Alright, so today's power was acid breath, and I'm not even gonna lie here. I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about like this pose for a hot minute, and I finally pulled it off, and that shit looks fire. That shit looks fire. Like, cause like sometimes, like I'll have like an idea of what I want something to look like in my head, and then it'll just like end up getting fucked up by the end. Like, it's just cause I'm bad at drawing. But like this time, I was like, I cook. I was cooking hard with this shit. She was, ugh, ugh. And so because my anatomy was so good, I rewarded myself by not drawing a background because that's how that works. Fun fact: like if you do good at one thing, that actually means you don't have to do any other things. So that was really cool. Um, but yeah, I don't. I made his tongue like freakishly long in this first draft. I did end up making it shorter later, but it was just like that's that's a little long. I had to look up some tongue anatomy because fun fact, they don't go ah. But yeah, again, I think that the shading was on point. The anatomy was pretty much on point. Even though the hands probably could have been like just like a little bit better, just a little bit better. But like push comes to shove, right? But I think like the best thing I did here was like it was very concise, right? Like I knew where I was going with it. I knew like very early on where I was going with it, and so I think I was because I knew what I wanted the picture to look like. I was able to like very quickly and efficiently kind of get to the end of the picture, right? And that was very helpful. That was very useful, right? Um, additionally, while we're just kind of sketching stuff out, I think I did a good job at readjusting like little things. While I was just kind of sketching stuff out here, right? Just because I think that sometimes I get a little stuck in my ways. From the sketching phase to the line art phase. But this time I did not. This time I did not. But yeah, this was pretty good. I I don't know. I think that the only thing that maybe I could have done a little bit better is some of the facial features. I think I could have made maybe just a little bit more prominent, just a little, just a wee bit. But we'll we will survive. Of course, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but we will see tomorrow. Again, I do generally like the composition of this. I think it's still fun. It's still interesting. You can kind of tell what's going on. I do kind of wish I had shown the pull, like like because if you think about like you like kind of pulling your mouth open to let out more air, you would definitely have a little bit more of a stretch. And I wish I kind of could have showed that with some of the skin. But I digress. I digress. That's more of a shading problem than a anatomy one. Additionally, I still hate drawing noses. Still think they are stupid and dumb, and so I do have problems with actually making the nostrils feel like nostrils. Because like if you think about your nose from that angle, like whatever. But again, just more that's more nitpicky. I really like how I did the shading here. I think I made a good use of both the white space and having I guess very necessary shading, like shading that feels like you know like this needs to be here kind of thing. One problem that I did run into is I swapped layers here because I needed to erase something and I forgot to swap back. It never ended up becoming a problem, but just still sloppy craftsmanship, sloppy craftsmanship, you know. So that was a little suboptimal, subpar, but yeah, like if this was like a manga panel, if this was of course if I shaded it more like that, I think that this would definitely be okay with putting this in more of a finalized version of my work, at least in terms of this more black and white look. Yeah. So, in terms of more of talking about the actual power, I think that they're I think that like while it seems like a much more like kind of simple explanation, like it's a very like it seems very easy, like you just kind of go and then the thing melts, right? I think I think there is some decent usages that you could use, right? Like I think I don't know, I think if you well, because the issue is like all of the like the interesting uses would be a spoiler for the actual series, so I don't want to like strip like some because I don't want somebody that like is interested in my series and I'm a million billionaire because that's happening, right? To come back and watch these videos and kind of get like because I want them to understand like what the idea was for me drawing stuff like I did, but not like not just like to know what's gonna happen, because like the more interesting way to use this kind of a power comes after like a very important revelation in the plot of the story. So it's very like in terms of behind the scenes making these videos, that's something it really sucks in these commentary videos that like I can't say the cool thing. It's kind of like I don't know if any of you are writers or have written something, but it's like when you write something really smart and intelligent, right? And you all you want to do is like just reveal it as soon as possible. Like it wouldn't work on like a writing level, but like you just want to reveal it. And I feel I feel so bad for the writer of Death Note or like, Code Geass or any of those like characters like where like the main character is really smart because I guarantee you the writer just wanted to tell everybody how cool the plan was and just be like, look at that, look at that, look at that. Because like that's you gotta want to do that, right? Because like you have to be so proud of like I wrote a smart guy, right? I don't know, but because I think a lot of stories mess up on that aspect. But regardless, in terms of the shading here, I think it looks good. I think it complements fairly well. I think the only problem is maybe the hoodie on the bottom left hand side is maybe a little suboptimal. Maybe not the bestest, but or yeah, no, bottom right. So that was maybe not my best work, but it's okay. I like that it went back and re-outlined. Um, I think that helps things pop a little more. In terms of the background here, I went with a very like splotchy dark shade. Just because I don't know, I think it's just very easy for me to do. So it's a very constant in a lot of these videos. So regardless, I'd like to thank y'all all for watching. This was super fun. I know I haven't been kind of sporadic with the uploads lately, but I will be trying to get a little more consistent as of recently. But yeah, again, I would love to thank y'all for watching. This is super fun to make, and I should be back on another video on Saturday. So see you then. Bye.